coaching stuff. Yeah. So hi, I'm Dominic. This is recording this for my level 2 coaching accreditation. So today we're covering transitions, and we have Brent and Georgina. So basically, we're going to cover things like things to think about the night before, of the day, or a few days before as well as on race day, and then we'll simulate some T1, T2 transitions. Okay, so the night before, depending on which race you're doing, you'll either have an area where your bike will be, that you'll have to set your things up. We'll go through that. If you're doing more of an official race, either Challenge or Ironman, they'll give you bags to put your stuff in for each section, for each transition point. So we'll go through that. There's also then for the big races, for the 70.3s and the full Ironman, there's a bike drop-off the day before, and that's also a great opportunity to be familiar with the transition area. I've set up a mini transition area here, so we're going to try that in a sec. So setting up the transition area. So let's tip in the 70.3 and the 1. Full Ironman, there'll be like bike racks, and typically you put your bike on via the seat, so it's hanging from this point here, and the bar will be through here. Yep. And then and your bags will be on hooks. In smaller races, you'll just have like either a small box or an area where you have it down. Now, what I would suggest is that, okay, before we do that, let's just talk about the bike drop-off in the transition area the day before. So let's cover that first before we set up the transition area. So when you have to make sure they will check your gears. You have to approach the transition area with your helmet on. They'll check that it's all thing. They'll check your brakes, and then they'll let you in. Typically, when you go and pick up your stuff the day before, they'll give you a band as well, so that they know you're an athlete. They'll let you in. They don't just let anyone in the day before, or on the day either. But yes. So when you go into the transition area and you put your bike in the slot where your number is, which is typical. In smaller races, you can pretty much put it anywhere you want. They're not that organized. The thing to do is, once you've dropped off the bike, have a look and get an idea of some key points, because if you drop your bike off first thing in the morning, there might be like 10, 15, 50 bikes there. When you're coming in from the swim, there's 3,000 bikes. Yeah. So get those points of references where your bike is once you've hooked it on. Yep. So and I also recommend that from where your bike is, find where the swim comes in. So then go to the swim in, look, okay, my bike's over there. So then you've got that point, that rough reference of, okay, that's where I need to run to think, oh, I need to pick up my bike bag here, and I need to go in that direction, yeah, to get my bike. And then do the same from your bike, where you need to go to the mountain line to get on your bike. Yep. And then lastly, again, once you drop off your bike, so you know you're here, okay, from here I need to put my shoes on, blah, 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 and head out this way or wherever to the run exit. Yep. Okay, so transition areas. So have you done any transition stuff?
Done some T2.
Okay.
That's just been on my own, so
Okay.
bad habits.
Okay, so it's a bike to run, yeah? Have you done duathlons? Okay. All right. So I would recommend that when you set up your bike, if you can, if I can borrow this, is when you have you cannot touch your bike without having your helmet on. So typically, what I'd suggest is that in your transition area, I don't want to. Can you put your grab? I don't want to. want to scuff your helmet, even though if you fall off it'll get scuffed. But, yeah, if you can, if you've got tri bars or something, put the helmet on like this with the straps out. Yep. And then have your gloves inside. So you would typically come up to your bike. Yep. And then put on your helmet and then grab your bike. Yep. Put your race number on. Those are the things that you need to get out of the way first. Yeah. Put the helmet on and then grab your bike. Then that would be the simplest thing. Typically, if you've got a bag, you would come. They have an area for you to get changed in, particularly in the big races. In the smaller ones, you just have your stuff there, but you have to make sure that it's all contained within that area. That if you have any sort of like crossover, your wetsuit's like hanging over into somebody else's area, you could get a time penalty, and in some cases you might even get DQ'd. So you've got to be very careful about making sure everything's tidy and contained in your particular area. Okay. I'm trying to think now. Transition box, transition bags I've talked about. Yeah, so after each transition, you'll grab that particular bike, that bag, come to wherever you need to get changed, and that's it. Looks like you're doing a timeout.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you wanted to ask a question. Any questions so far? Trying to think if I've missed anything before we get.
Swim to bike, down to the back.
Yes, exactly. Nice reminder. So, the pros tend to swim with their numbers on because every second counts, sort of thing. But when you're just starting out, typically have it in your bike bag. And it's one of the first things that you know, once you've taken your wetsuit off, put it on, and you then go through the motions of getting the other stuff on before you shoes, socks, etc. Yeah. Now, some people might have their shoes already clipped in to save a little bit of time. Again, it depends how competitive you are. I would suggest not to if in your early races. Just go through the process. As you get more experience and get better, sure, you know, then you'll have your shoes clipped in with an elastic band here, and you actually just take the bike out and with the elastic still on, and then as you pedal, the elastic snaps and you're off and cycling. Yeah, so those things later on. So actually, before we one thing we need to do before we get started, how do you think you would assume you've got your helmet on, or put your helmets on? Actually, let's simulate that. Put your helmets on. How would you run through transition with your bike?
My belt and my number.
Yep. You've got everything on. You've got your shoes and everything.
Hold it by the saddle and almost push it.
Very good. Yep. That's now why.
I don't know why. I saw GTN doing it on YouTube.
Okay. Very good. So, okay. The reason is that if you're holding it, actually grab your bike, Georgina.
Yeah.
And if you just walk with what most people do is hold here. Just move your hands to the handlebars as if you were doing it normally. Yeah. You'll find that the pedal is quite close to where your shins are. Yeah. While if you hold it at the seat, yep, you can actually direct just by leaning it. You can steer. Yep. And also you don't risk hitting that and doing yourself a bit of an injury while you're running through transition. So that's the reason, and you can move a bit quicker that way as well. While if some people have two hands on a handlebar and they're running like this, your center of gravity, everything is just in the wrong position, and you can hit the thing, fall over. While if you've got the bike, you've got a lot more control. So you might want to take off your shoes. And does that allow you to have a look at the cleats? Actually, you can walk in those. Okay, no, keep them on. So you can, So just practice steering the bike in a circle here. Yeah, go to the right. So lean it to the right. Keep it ahead of you. Yeah, lean it to the right. Just lean it, and the front wheel will naturally twist. Yeah, and then to the left. That's it. Yep. You have to. Yeah, it has to be moving for it to change direction, and then as you change, exactly. Yeah. Yep. So something to practice. You know what you're doing. You've been practicing. Okay, so let's come back in. So yeah, so let's set up the helmets and whatnot for an initial transition. Get your hat and goggles on, and we'll just the swim cap and goggle on. Sorry, and we'll just go through that before we start doing the simulations. Yeah, I'd suggest that for the bike, for this one, if you can, set it up like this. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have it open. Yeah. If for whatever reason the angle's wrong and you can't, then then clip it on. If not, just a top like that, and then have your other stuff in here, your goggles, gloves, if you have gloves. Yeah. So glasses. Sorry, not goggles. Yeah. So these would be in here, and you can grab them, put them straight on. So, um, if you have your goggles and your swim cap on, that's a bit weird on a Monday morning in a park, goggles and swim cap on. So you've just finished your swim. You're coming out. You've got your wetsuit on. So these are the things you'll need to. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So these um, uh, the correct way is to use your hand on the inside, expand out. Yep. It'll go on a much easier that way. Pulling it on the side, you might rip it, especially if you've got fingernails, etc. Takes a bit of getting used to, but that's.
They give us swim caps because I know
They will. They will. And sometimes they have specifically colored caps, so they know who are the pros, who are the amateurs, and you'll be given a race number which you'll have to have. Well, not tattooed on, but it's like a sticky race number thingy that you have on. That you'll have to have for the swim. Okay, so as you're coming out of the water, the things your swim goggles are on upside down. You'll need to. I don't know if you did this at the docks the other day, but you'll need to unzip as you're coming out of the water. Unzip from the back. Yeah. Pull it down to your shoulders. Yeah. Before you could wait until you got to your transition area, but you've got a period of time between the water and the actual transition area, so you can do all that beforehand. So up to your shoulders. Then what I tend to do is put a hand in to get it further down, and then there, and then pull it out, and then by the time I'm coming into near to picking up my bag, I should have everything down, and my upper body should be free. Okay. So and then you can after that try and get the goggles and the hat off. Okay, so as you're coming into T1, so our T1's going to be from here. We're going to come in here. Maybe it's a bit far. I might bring it in a bit actually, and we're going to the swim's going to be over there somewhere. We're going to come in, start getting stuff ready. So simulate taking off your kit. Come towards your bike. Again, make sure you've got stuff ready. That's a nice setup. That's another way to set up your helmet if you can't put it that way. Yeah, make sure you put everything on, cycle shoes, everything, helmet, and then touch your bike. Again, you can get DQ'd for touching your bike without a helmet and not having it secured on, so make sure you're clipped in as well. Okay, so let's give that a go. I'm trying to think before we get started. Anything you need to do with run? Run is more straightforward. You're coming in. You will have to dismount the bike before the dismount line. So you can't cross, again, there's possible penalties and DQs if you cross the line, the dismount line, and the same going out. So you need to maneuver your bike from the transition area to the mount line. After the mount line, you get on your bike, yeah? And the dismount line is obviously before you cross the line. So those are the sort of things. There's definitely something worth practicing later on, is dismounting while you're cycling, sort of thing. So you kick your leg over, but again, that's when you're a bit, if you're into getting more competitive and every second counts. Yeah, so you'll be coming in for the run. Again, make sure everything's in the right place. Don't leave anything. Move race numbers to the front. So as you were saying earlier, when you on the bike, race numbers down the back. When you've got the race belt on, and then once you get to the run, it moves to the front, and you're ready to go. Make sure you've grabbed all your gels, any nutrition you need. I'm not really covering nutrition that much during this session because we want to get this covered before we start work and stuff. But definitely make sure you've got the right nutrition and that you've tested all that stuff before race day. You don't want to never try new stuff on race day, ever. It's a potential recipe. It could go right, but it could also go very wrong. And then if you've got like gastric issues and stuff on the run, it's not nice. Okay, so let's do a bit of a simulation. Let's go out to the swim. I was just running myself, not you guys. But anyway,
it's all right.
Yeah. I was just to make this a bit smaller. I've got too enthusiastic putting it out that wide. You don't need it that wide. The other ones I'll leave because I think it's good practice with the bike and also getting used to the thing. So we're going to do a T1. So we're going to run in. So we're coming out of the water. Simulate taking off your wetsuits. Coming in. Make your way to your transition area, your bike, and then once you've done everything in the right order, grab your bike, maneuver your way to the mount line, which will be this. Get on your bike, cycle round the second tree, come back to the yellow cones on the other side there. Can you see them without your glasses? Yep. Okay. Cool. And before you get to that line, make sure you stop, get off your bike, and then walk your bike into the transition area. Okay. So let's give that a go, and let's see how we do. When you're ready, steady, go. So take off your thing. Yep. That's it. Sure your stuff's in the right bags, etc. Okay. Yeah. Once we've done one of this, I'll cover something which I missed just before, from swim to bike. Yep. That's it. Brent's out. That's it. Well done, Georgina. That's it. After the line. Yep. Yeah, nicely done. Yep. Walk it to your, run to your area. Drop off your, only once you've parked your bike, like once you've hooked it up or left it, take off your helmet. Don't take off your helmet until, again, the bike is in the right spot. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So one thing I forgot to mention with the swim is something to think about in your. I think I posted it on the chat yesterday, but if you're coming in from a grit and dirt between your toes is an absolute killer. Like in your, either at the end of the cycle or even worse in the run. So I tend to have a bottle of just water, just like tap water, whatever, inside my transition bag, and then as you come into your area, is just pour water over your toes. Get rid of the sand between your toes, particularly. Yeah,
They're not
definitely.
going to say anything for the water.
Pardon?
They're not going to penalize me for it.
No, because I mean you're already wet.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, try and wash as much as you
Good
can.
tip. I think I have a 400-meter run over gravel.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely. It's one of those things. If in a really short, in a sprint, okay, you might get a little bit of a blister, but when you're doing a half marathon, like 10K half marathon, or or maybe even a full, that's a lot of friction for a long period of time. And initially, it doesn't feel like anything, but it'll just get worse and worse. So definitely, give your legs, your feet a bit of a wash as you come in, before you put your socks and your shoes and your bike shoes on. So how did that initial transition feel?
Like I noticed Brent was so smooth with it guiding from the rear.
I think Brent's done this sort of thing before.
No.
I've done a couple of like mock
Yeah.
for my brick runs.
Yeah. So that's good, and that's the sort of thing you need to do, Jordan. You need to, if you have time. Michelle mentioned you're having the bike box thing.
Today.
Yeah, but remember you'll have to build the bike on the other side, or get somebody who knows how to build a bike on the other side. It's good to know yourself, but I'm guessing you're time restricted, so you're gonna find it hard. But definitely in future, know how to build your bike, and also just so you know how everything fits together, and that everything's fitted correctly, because you're going to have to trust that the other person does everything right. Yeah. While if you do it yourself, you know that you've checked everything, and if it goes wrong, it's you. As well. It's a double-edged sword there. But okay, let's give that another go. Goggles and swim cap on.
Take my shoes off,
Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This.
It's onto grass.
Yeah. So
good simulation for wet feet.
it is.
Aww.
It is very good simulation for wet feet. And then this time we're going to add in the run. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry if I'm jumping ahead on your schedule.
Mm-hmm. No, go ahead.
No, as in me being like, I'm gonna.
No. It's good. It's good. It's good practice. Yeah. Oh yeah, the other thing is, yeah, with socks in shoes, I would suggest, yeah, similar to what Brent's doing, is having them like rolled up slightly.
Okay.
So you've got. Do I have socks? Yeah, here we go. So have them in the shoes with it turned out like this.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because then most of it's already open.
Mm-hmm.
If you have some talcum powder, it'll help slip in.
Okay.
So you have it open like that in the shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's just like slip that on,
Okay.
put it on, then just lift the top bit on. Okay. I hope this is recording. I'll also have to do all this again. Yep, very good. Oh, you've got a race belt. If I'd known you didn't have one, I would have brought mine, and you could have practiced with that. But
Well, we can take turns if we're going to be doing this multiple times.
yeah, a couple of times just to
first.
get. Yeah. Now why has this changed? What the hell? What the hell?
The closer the date gets, the more I regret it. It'll be an experience.
It will for sure. Now, for some reason, I've lost all my notes. I don't know. Must have accidentally archived or something.
The two items I need to really remember is a talcum powder and the little bottle of water to rinse my feet because I'm going to get very agitated.
Sure.
I like my comfort.
Oh, I know why it's lost it. Lost it because I've got no thingy on that phone. That's all right. I think I've covered everything pretty much. Okay. So, yeah, get out to swim area.
Swim in,
Mm-hmm.
pick up bike, do the loop, get ready for run, and then run out the same.
Yeah.
set?
No. Run out the same way that the bike dismount is for now. Or actually, go to the left of it, just like under the tree. Okay, it's a nice swim, and you're coming in. Going. Yep. Good. Yeah, get it down to your waist. Need to get that wetsuit down to your waist. Yep. 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 Make sure dry. Everything else. No, that's fine. I mean, you can keep those on until you need to get them off, but do not leave your goggles on the floor there. Put them wherever the neat area is. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, in theory, in some races, that might be enough, but I'm just trying to be a bit picky.
Of course.
Yep.
It's always better.
That's it. Much better this time, Georgina. That was good. Nicely done, Brent. That's it. Yeah, much better control this time, Georgina. Very good. Simulate. Yep. No, it needs to be. Yep. So a little bit out. A little bit out. So it's leaning that way. Shouldn't fall. So, maybe you could have kept them on as the run.
Yeah.
And then just running out that way. Yeah. Okay. Yep, that'll do. Okay, Georgina, what do you think you forgot? Race belt. Swapping it to the front. Yeah.
Can I use this for the next one?
Yeah, give it a go.
On for the cycle.
Yes, put it on for the cycle. Yeah.
Jeez, Brent was fast.
He's been practicing. You can tell.
Yeah, sure.
He's been watching the vids.
Yeah,
The
I've
video.
spent far too long watching GTN. I don't know if you come across them on YouTube.
Yeah, GTN's great
Yeah.
if you can.
GCN?
GCN's the
Oh,
cycling one, but GTN is the triathlon one.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So yeah, so set up your transition area for the bike in. Shoes, right.
Keep getting my feet caught and trying to go in. I get them caught on this bit of the shoe.
Oh, okay, yep.
So when I'm putting it on, I'm putting my thumb in here. Probably from the
Can
bottom
you?
to
Is
do
there any
this.
way to lift up the lip a bit more?
What, like,
Yeah, no, so that it's more like this one. That doesn't help.
it's I'm putting my foot in wrong.
Oh, okay.
I gotta push through here. My instep catches on this.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I mean, that's a very minor inconvenience.
Sure.
If there's a way to iron it out.
All right. Got everything set up. Bike thing. Get your just do goggles this time rather than swim cap. If you want to do swim cap, do both. But I'm just saying.
If Brent
in
is
the
going to
habit.
be extra, I have to. And he doesn't have a race.
No, he does.
Do you?
2 weeks time.
2 weeks time. Awesome.
But it's just a little
So
sprint.
it's about the same as which one are you doing?
Blenheim.
Okay, nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, I always wanted to do that one, so I was like, let's do that as my first one.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, excellent.
It's near Blenheim Palace.
Yeah, it is in
Excellent.
Blenheim Palace, like the grounds.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, 'cause, like you can't cycle around the grounds usually,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
This is out.
it's like a
Yeah.
special. It
then
is.
you go and swim in the lake in front of it. It looks very picturesque. I'm sure if you're actually doing the triathlon, you don't take it in properly.
Is this your first try?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's brilliant.
Okay. Shall we head out?
Yeah. Head out for that swim. Hopefully it's pancake flat. Yeah. Go. That's it. Yeah, good. That's it. Much better, Georgina, getting the stuff off first, but yeah. Yeah. Don't forget to get the grid off your feet if you got a thingy on. Don't worry, don't race Brent. Do you? Very good, Brent. That's it. Yeah, cycling shoes are good, but as you can see, they take a bit to put on. While like tri shoes, as you can see here, they're more Velcro based.
Oh.
So you just have them loose, slip your feet in, bang. But maybe for the next one.
Maybe for the next one. This
Yeah.
one is going to be a trial by fire.
Yep. Okay. Yep. That's it. That's it. Good. Oh, Oh, she's forgotten. Maybe because I spoke to her, she's forgotten the race belt. I think I put her off. Well, yeah, good swim. Yeah, well done. Okay, I'm going to stop you there, Georgina, before you go to the thing, because
Oh shit! Shit!
okay,
Can I put this on for the run?
you can, but
It's me.
they would have probably DQ'd you by now because you're or taken you off the course, so they'll think you're not an athlete. You haven't got your race number on.
I'm an athlete, guys.
Okay, so let's just do that first bit again. Yeah.
Swimming or
Yeah, just the swimming. Just yeah.
Make sure I remember to do it. I lay my race belt over the top of my bike shoes.
Yeah, that's a good. Either put it over the bike shoes or in the helmet, like all the stuff that you're gonna need for the bike. Yeah.
Put it in the helmet.
Yeah,
Because that
because,
way I'm not
because it will be in your bike bag. Yeah. The helmet will be one of the things that you won't have in the. You can leave that in the transition area, but the rest of the stuff, this will be in your thing. So when you empty it out, wherever you're getting changed, it should fall out, and you should remember. But you should know that. I mean, it's because of the race number, which will be like here, and it'll be like this big. Yeah. I mean, about like an A5 size. So it'll be easy thing, but you've just got to make sure that you're conscious that you put it on. Yeah.
The helmet is not on the bike. It's just the bike is on the mount. Like the bike will be in the bag. Is it in the transition bag?
This would typically be in your transition bag.
But what about the helmet?
The helmet can be on the bike.
Can be on the
bike. Like Brent's got it like that or like this. Yeah. So in either case, yeah. All right. Let's give that another go. How are we doing for time? Okay, we're coming up to 1:45. I think we're. Hope you're finding this useful.
Yeah, it is. It's good to kind of
Go through it.
Someone like
Sure.
I know you got bad habits watching stuff on YouTube and trying to copy.
Yeah, some things. Yeah, GTN's pretty good though. I mean, they do try and make sure they curate the content they put out. So.
This is helping.
This is upside down. You've got to be careful because if you put it on in the swim upside down, you won't get the right seal, and then you'll be worrying about water the whole time. Okay, let's give that another go. All right, let's go. Yeah. Get the wetsuit down by the waist. Yeah, remember that. That's it. Good. That's it. Good. Excellent. Race numbers on. And facing backwards. Very good. Very good, Brent. Good simulation. Try and hold the helmet, the back of the, try and hold the seat. Sit. That's it. Yeah. Shoes on. Race belt. Oh, you've already put it on the front. Okay, good. Sorry, I didn't catch it. Good.
Nice, just doing rep after rep for building
Yeah.
muscle memory.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right. So, yeah. Try and, I find also, just without actually doing it physically, visualize it. Yeah. If you can visualize it every night before race day, that's always helpful. And eventually because you've done it so many times, it'll just be second nature. But
Manifest.
yeah, but just visualize yourself. Okay, yeah, I'm doing that. At least it helps me. Your mileage may vary, as they say. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yes. So when you're taking off your wetsuit, one thing that helps is once you get it down to about here, what you can do in the transition area is step on the side, and that will help you get the last bit out. Because sometimes the very last bit can be quite tough. Yep. So you might need to get somebody to help you to put on the wetsuit. That's on the race day. Usually other athletes are quite helpful as well, like to just do the zip at the back and stuff that you can't reach. So don't be scared to ask your other people there. Everyone's triathlon people are generally quite helpful, quite helpful, friendly and helpful. Any questions?
Thank you so much.
Are you sure?
Thank you.
Very helpful.
Okay, I'm trying to think. If I think of anything else, I'll post it. I'll probably DM you guys. But I think we've covered everything. Yep. Yeah, just make sure you've got your nutrition, even for a sprint.
Current plan is one gel before the swim, one
Yeah.
gel 5 km before the end of the
Good. How long's the bike? 40?
20.
Oh, 20. Oh, good.
I know you don't need it, but
Yeah.
apparently it's like psychological help for brain.
Oh, definitely. And if you're planning to do longer races, just get into the habit of that sort of like fifth discipline of nutrition, just getting it right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, a few minutes. Yeah, I tend to have a gel 20 minutes before the swim start, roughly, so that it's hitting me, while I'm in the water, and then probably if it's a really long race, then one when you get out, because roughly an hour would have passed at least at the speed that I swim anyway. So, all right. Well, if that's all, if you have any other questions, if you think of anything else, obviously just send messages, post on the group, or send them directly to me, and I'll do my best to answer them. All right. Brilliant.